Well, hello there, this is Kai. Welcome to my channel, and here's the Kaiser review. Today I'm on Solomon Islands, it's domination, and let's talk a little bit about the Kaiser since it's the beginning. But look at this cinematic view, she's a beauty. I do apologize, I mean he's a beauty. With the Germans, they usually refer to their ships as he. So the Kaiser here, max HP is at 46,400 HP. Armor ranges from 19 through 305 millimeters. 24% torpedo protection, damage reduction. Not the best. Not the worst, but not the best. His guns, they're 305 millimeters. They are arranged 5x2. So that means there's 5 turrets with 2 guns each. And then for the secondaries, it has 4x2 88 millimeter and then 14x1 150 millimeter secondaries. Max range for the main battery is 14.6 kilometers, I believe, when you're fully upgraded. Max speed 23 knots. He's not the best. Let me rephrase that. He's not the fastest ship, but not one of the slowest ships. Turning circle is a nice 600 meters. Rudder shift time 13 seconds. Doable. That's doable. And then for detectability by sea, it's 13.8 kilometers, and then by air, 10.5 kilometers. So at the start of the match, as you could see, I was facing an island, so I did a half to starboard so I could head down to A to support down here. Since I noticed that there were already 3 battleships on my starboard side, so I assumed, you should never assume, but I assumed that they were going to go towards Charlie at least. Maybe one to Bravo. So I decided to head down to Alpha to give some support down there. And so you also know at the end, you'll also be able to look at the ship, look at the stats, so what I said earlier, you can automatically see it for yourself at the end. And as I said, 23 knots, it's not slow, but I kind of wish it was faster. So my allies are already engaging with the enemies. One of my allies directly already on the A cap. He's taking some hits. Lost about almost a good half of his HP. I'm just seeing what's coming up, just looking. Seeing what might pop around the island so I might get a good, nice, clean shot into them. Our one ally is almost dead. He's trying to make a run for it, trying to get out of Alpha. We have an enemy cruiser and looks like another enemy cruiser, maybe an enemy battleship right behind it. And off to my starboard, or they're all technically port, but the further one looks like a battleship. It seems like 2 cruisers and a battleship. I botched that first salvo. What a disgrace. Botched it. So now I just have to mosey on through and just wait until my guns reload. Lining it up. Let loose. This looks good. Led a little too much. Could have brought it back a little bit. 4 overpins. Base defense. I'm not mad. So from what it seems, I have 1 cruiser and a battleship. I automatically put the cruiser for primary for my secondaries, letting my ally drop his torpedoes before I make this turn towards the cruiser. So I'm also angling myself against the battleship right there. I already saw that the enemy battleship wasn't paying me any attention, so that's why I'm going after the cruiser. Cruiser is going to be a little bit more of a threat. 2 citadels. That was a nice salvo. Kind of wish more rounds hit. Dispersion was and then wasn't in my favor. Have an ally shooting over me. Enemy just bounced all of his shells and or placed them in the water at the water line. Tried to hit, was trying to get a water line shot, but I was angled just right, so no damage taken there. Citadel and a kill with overpin. Looking at the enemy battleship here, but he's going down. So I'm turning hard to port, start making my way to Bravo. Sometimes as a battleship you do have to take that front row, but the enemies, they didn't pay me any mind, so took no damage. 24,000 damage already done with almost 6 minutes of the game already over. Not bad. And we've only lost 4 allies, so we have a ship advantage, so that's 5 versus 8. We have 3 ships. We have an AFK Texas here. We're capturing Bravo, so that's good. Allies requesting for support. I'm headed that way, so I'm letting him know affirmative, I'm on my way. Call out the Texas as a primary target, but he disappears. I call him out because he's going to be the closest target to me, so get all the fire on him so everybody knows. Get this guy out of the game as soon as possible. And as soon as I get the lock on, start aiming in, he comes back. Do get his salvo off because he does reverse a little bit, then he stops, goes forward, gets some nice pinning shots right there. Missed that salvo. See, he's moving forward slowly. So start going and aiming, and then that's when I realized not paying attention, ran into an enemy or an ally enemy. Taking some return shots here. Sets me on fire, but does minimum damage. To be honest, I think it's just the fire that did any damage. He's set on fire. More return shots coming my way. I return my volley. Still taking little damage. Get some more pinning shots. I'm clearly at the advantage, so I'm good. He's behind the island, so I start turning in a little bit so I can try to get the next shot into him. Fires out, so that's good. Have a minute cooldown until my repairs back up. Enemy DD, automatically set him as my secondary primary targets. The ally calls him out to be primary. Didn't see that at first, so I also called him out as a primary. Start lining up my shot. Fire, and missed it. Rounds went over, rounds went under, straddled him. So since I know the DD's there, I already know torpedoes. Started turning in, try not to get hit by them, which this actually does force my hand. At this point, I could have made the decision to go hard to starboard, but he was there. I was worried, so I decided to go forward, try to pin him. That's when another ship comes in, another one, and yeah. I stick with it, try to stop, go full reverse here, get a salvo off, and I missed. It happens. I'm worried about the DD though, because if he pushes out, he can drop torpedoes on me. The mermans can also drop torpedoes on me, so I'm kind of worried. The merman still is showing himself a nice broadside. Unfortunately, I had an HE. 3 hits. Gonna take it. DD finally comes out. Another bad choice. Have my AA out. Torpedoes are coming. Hard to port. Go full reverse. He gets annihilated. That's good. That's good. So enemy DD's out. Mermans is still primarying me. Here's my return volley. Citadel. Half of his health gone, so that's good. I thought that torpedo was gonna hit, but it is cut out, and then I take a huge hit myself. Wasn't paying attention. Didn't realize there was another battleship on my starboard side. So it's my ally in the DD going up against the cruiser, and then I decide to turn hard to starboard to take on these two battleships. Trying to angle myself. Here comes some return volleys. Get some hits in me. I landed one good pin. Some more shots into me. Taking minimum damage. Start lining up on this bad boy right now. Take another huge hit right there. Not angling myself enough, and I realized that I was turning too much to starboard, so I start turning hard to port, trying to get myself some angle, letting my secondaries fly here. Kind of wish the secondaries were all pure HE instead of the mix of AP HE. Get another pin, some over pins. I go down, but 63,000 damage. Not mad. Not mad at all. Someone start watching one of my allies here. See how he handles himself and or herself. Secondaries are flying. Rounds are going out. That's a nice hit. That was a good hit. Have rounds flying over. Let's go into some cinematic mode. It's a beautiful game, especially when you have the secondaries going off, main batteries going back and forth. Seems like the Mermans is also dropping in his and or her rounds on my ally. The enemy battleship is down starboard. Now we have the one on the port. But unfortunately, my ally's guns are in the wrong position and it's devastated. So let's see what our ally here in the cruiser can do. We have outgoing rounds from our side going towards the Mermans. Mermans is retaliating, returning fire. Looks like it's HE. Enemy battleship just went down. Murmansk is throwing out a lot of lead. Our ally's on fire. He puts it out instantly. Some more rounds are coming his way. We have a whole bunch of outbound rounds towards the Murmansk. Let's see what it looks like on his end. Got hit right there in the structure. Murmansk is retaliating back. More AP and HE rounds are coming in. Murmansk is definitely shooting HE. Some HE hits, and then it's the AP. Right there at the stern. That's all it needed was a Nova pin. Victory, 2,900 experience, 183,000, almost 184,000 credits. Not bad for a tier 4. Took third on the team with a little over 1,200 base experience. Yeah, 50 ally damage. It happens when you don't pay attention. That was my fault. I'll gladly admit that. Was not paying attention. but pretty good. 63,606 damage. Let's see. Over 140,000 credits received after everything spent. 120,000. 600 free experience. 2,990 experience. Was a good match. Good match. That's the Kaiser. And like I said, I'm going to be showing you all the stats. You've already seen it all. I've already said it all. Not seen it, but I've already said it all. But here's the Kaiser. I actually like the ship. I'm almost to the tier 5, the coin. It's what, 22,000. I'm at 15,000 as of right now, so I'm actually loving the German line. I'm liking the German line. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll catch you next time. Peace. This is Chio Kai, and I'm out.